What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? Been going for a minute. Um, yeah, some things been going on. Lost my mother at the end of August, so ain't really been in the mood to kind of do shit. Ain't really been talking to nobody. Kind of been secluded, staying to myself. Um, so yeah, I'm back now. Um, gotta keep things moving forward. Gotta keep things pushing. Um, this is it's it's such a rough transition. Like I said, it was the end of August when I lost my mom, and to the still right now, it still feels like a fog. People ask me every day how I'm doing, what I've been up to, and honestly, I just tell them it's hard for me to answer because some days I know what's going on, other days I wake up and next thing I know, I'm going to sleep. It's not no rhyme or reason to it. Some days I get up and I'm happy as can be. Other days I don't want to get off the couch. Some days I find myself crying periodically just over crazy, like not crazy things, but small, minute things that kind of remind me of her. My mom was my best friend. She was, I could always go to her if I had a problem. I'm 35 years old, right? Um, but we always had the type of relationship that if something was going down or something happened, or because somebody's always going to be able to talk over you, no matter how old you think you are, no matter how smart you think you are. Your parents are always the wisest. They've been through some things that you haven't been through or experienced. So, I would always be able to go to my mom with that and talk to her about that. And now I don't have that person to bank stuff off of and get that second opinion. So sometimes when I find myself wanting to make a decision and it feels right in the stomach, but it's just a little off, like, you're missing maybe that one piece or that one key. That's who my mom was. She would be that one little piece of that one key, like, oh yeah, that makes complete sense, or but maybe you're just missing this, or no, that don't make no sense. How about you work it like it's not a bad idea. How about you work it like this? So that transition has been hard. I drive 18 wheelers for a living. My mom, she didn't really sleep too much at night, or she slept like a older person would, a couple hours here, then she's up. So not getting them phone calls in the middle of the night while I'm on the road is rough. Um, the text in the morning, because my mom would always wake up before everybody and swore everybody was just up just as long as she was. So she would text us in the morning. They don't come no more. It's just, like I said, it's just a lot of small things that not so much the big things. I think a lot of people was worried about holidays and stuff like that. But in my family, we never really celebrated holidays to the extent of most, I guess, families do, where they're big and lavish and everything like that. We weren't we were never the type of family that if we saw something, we would make you wait till your birthday or to Christmas. If we saw it, we would just buy it for you right then and there. My parents lived 10 minutes away from me, so I was always at my mom's house. So this transition is rough, and people call and people text me and it's all the same question. There's always, how you doing? And to be honest with you, I'm doing fucking shitty. Like, let's be honest. Like, nobody's going to be doing great in this situation. It's a shitty situation. Nobody has planned for it. We didn't know what to do when it happened. It was just a lot of things that went down. And I know I'm not ignoring anybody. All right. I'm not in the mood to talk. I'm not in the mood to talk business. I'm not in the mood to talk just, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to have I'm not in the mood for small talk. Um, it's a day by day thing. I don't feel no better today than I did when it happened. The only difference is today I can get up and leave my house. One of the things that I definitely tried not to do during this whole situation, which I did really, really well at, was I did not pick up an alcoholic drink. Just me and my past, that's how I used to mask my pain, through alcohol and drugs. So that was honestly, when this happened, that was my first go to. Like I was instantly like, I'm going to the store, I'm going to the liquor store, I'm calling a dolo man. Like that was my instant reaction just to try to numb it and get it out of my head. Like and just completely try to bury it. And honestly, on my way to the liquor store, it just hit me and it was just like, you know what? If I go down this road, I don't know if I'll recover from it. I got a lot of good things going on. And then the biggest thing for me was I knew that's not how my mother would have wanted me to handle the situation. So and so I didn't go to the liquor store and trust and believe. And you can ask anybody. One of the hardest things for me to do is to show emotion and cry. I think not going to the liquor store and numbing my pain has helped me get through it a lot better because I have been able to just break down and cry when I listen. I cried in my truck. Hell, I cried today when I was on the phone with one of my friends and I was just talking and I was letting them know like I was like, man, like all these people keep coming up to me and it's nearly, everybody's like, oh, bro, you should really do something with your voice. I had a guy ask me last night if I do audiobooks. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't do audiobooks. Now, the reason that hit so hard home because one of the last conversations that me and my mother had was about me doing something with my voice, getting into voiceovers or public speaking, something that she was like, I don't know what it is, but you're going to do something and it's going to be great. And then now that she's gone, everybody that I run into, meeting these people for the first time in my life, all these people literally are keep saying the same thing that she said before she passed. So today I was on the phone with my friend, and now normally I would have went back to my mother for more advice if these people started coming to me and everything else. I'd have been like, man, this is crazy that all these people are coming to me, this, that, and the third. And I didn't have that at that moment where I started to feel overwhelmed. I didn't have that. And I'm on the phone with my friend, and all of a sudden, my voice starts to get shaky and trembly. And I had to get off the phone. I couldn't keep it together no more. And I literally just walked around the house and cried for about a good 15, 20 minutes, gathered myself, and then went to Wawa. Like, so it's days, I have days like that. And I really do think after this entire situation, um, I've changed. And I think is been for the better already. But just as being this short amount of time, I realized that I don't have time for the BS. Life is way too short. My mother was 52 years old when she passed. Um, Never smoked a cigarette a day in her life. Never drink an alcoholic beverage. Uh, and so we so this has been really hard. Sorry, guys. So this have I thought I'd be able to get on here and talk about it. So this has been super. Su- this has been like super hard, and it's just one of them things. Like we're gonna have to continue to take it day by day. And honestly, all we can do is continue to be great for the ones that aren't here. I know it's rough. This ain't gonna be a long one today, guys. I know it's rough. But every day that we wake up is a blessing. We have to live how our loved ones would have wanted us to live. Um, we talked about a lot of things before my mom passed. We talked about buying land as a family. We talked about um, starting, stocks and bonds for the grandkids. She wanted to start stocks and bonds for the grandkids. It's just a bunch of things. We don't just open the trucking business as a family, um, do dispatching and stuff like that. And it was one of them things we're like, yeah, yeah, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And we kept saying, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And now she's not here to get there with us. And now everybody has a fire under their ass to get this, to get it done. So, let's honor these people while they're here. Let's give them their roses while they're here. Let's, our family, um, I think our family, my family personally is pretty tight knit, and there's things that we keep talking about, especially after my grandmother had passed. My grandma passed about a decade ago, and our family kind of fell apart. It was like my grandma was the glue. We stopped doing, Christmases where everybody got together, Thanksgivings where everybody got together. Even small things like Easter, we would go out and do stuff for the kids with like Easter egg hunts. And then I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest in my family, oldest grandchild, oldest nephew, all that, oldest grandson, and then it's my cousin. He's next, and then my younger brother. So me and my cousin have been talking about recently about that we need to get everything back together. Let's get either men in a family together. Let's get and start throwing all this stuff and everything. And we talked about that before my mom had passed. And here it is, 2 years later since we talked about it, and we haven't done it. And now, now we're talking about doing it like because that's what my mom would have wanted. And I'm just like, man, like in retrospect and in hindsight, like I really feel, if I don't have no regrets. Trust me, I do not have no regrets. I spent a lot of time with my mom. Like I said, she was my best friend, but I do feel at the end of the day, I should have took the initiative. And even if people were saying, this is what we should do, this is what we should do, I should have took the initiative to go ahead and start to put it together. I could have started making the phone calls. I could have did this. And, my excuse was I was always too busy at work. Oh, I gotta run to work. I gotta do this. I gotta go do that. And never got done. So, and now we're trying to do it now because everybody's hurt. And I just think that maybe that once the hurt goes away, it's not going to be so gung ho anymore. And I just want to keep that fire to get everything done. Like I said, man, we really should live how they would have wanted us to live. We got to continue our lives day by day. We wake up, we breathe, we go to work. We know we have our kids, we have our nieces, our nephews that are looking up to us. Trust me, trust and believe. After it happened, I did not want to be here no more. So that was a struggle. I had a lot of my friends call me, and and this was shocking to me. And a lot of them, when I answered the phone, they were surprised to hear how, I guess, chipper I was in a sense. But, and I had told them the story I just told you guys about, I didn't want to do this. I wouldn't want to do that. They were like, my one boy, he called me. He was like, bro, he's like, you didn't answer the phone for like 2 or 3 days. He was like, I thought you was like laid up in a gutter somewhere. He's like, on some real shit. Like, I'm not even going to hold. He's like, cause I know people who have lost their mother or father, and they were really close to him. And, they just went down this path and they couldn't recover from. So he was like, man, I'm real glad that, that didn't happen to you. And I think if I know it's painful, it hurts. The grief is real. But if we get in that grief and in that pain and in that anguish, if we could take a second and take a step back and just breathe, I think we would get through it a lot better. It's your boy Black. It's AKA the Bop. I'm definitely going to be back a hell of a lot more. I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all for a minute. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at AKA the Bop. I'll be back. I'm going to definitely start getting these podcasts together. This is my outlet. This is what I need to do. This brings me joy. So definitely going to be back a lot more often. Got a lot of things, man, in the works. We're going to have a lot of guests. Got people already set up to come on. So make sure y'all stick around. Y'all know what to do. Take care of one another. Until next time, it's 2 fingers to the sky.